Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a channel reading for the collective highest good. This reading will not be for everyone, so please do not force anything to fit. It's not your story if it doesn't resonate with you, okay? I'm going to start this reading off today with some channel messages, starting with the Starry Being Oracle cards to see what comes out from your higher self, your spirit guides and your angels, before we get into the messages. All right, so let's see what the Starry Being wants to say to the collective. What divine guidance do you have for the collective at this time for their highest good? Please make it very clear and easy for me to articulate. All right, one more shuffle. I hope everyone is doing well, staying dry. It's been raining here pretty much for the last, I don't know, all month really, but every day it seems like we get rain of some sort of bad weather. So today is one of those days. It's been raining off and on. The sun will come out and it storms. The sun will come out and it storms, etc. Don't know what that's about with the weather changes or whatever, but take it how it resonates. All right, let's see what divine guidance you have for the collective highest good. Please and thank you for their highest good. At the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is let go of a fixed plan, which means allow for spontaneity and growth. All right, take it how it resonates. This is giving Ace of Wands energy. Somebody, it could also be a fixed sign. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. This could also be all the elements, or use the elements around you, or the elements around you. Let's see what this is. Let go of a fixed plan and allow for spontaneity and growth. Behind that, we got miracles happen. So give the universe your clear intentions. I don't know why I'm hearing something like a, you know how some people like to plan out their life or their future, like a 5-year plan or whatever the case may be, and they just kind of lay everything out so they can follow their, like, stay on track, I guess. But I guess they're saying that sometimes, you know, life will throw you off track or throw you out of alignment with your purpose. And sometimes that fixed plan, that blueprint that we have or that we create doesn't always play out the way we want it to. Sometimes you have to go back to the table, back to the drawing board, or recreate a new plan of action or do something different, because there's no straight line to source. It's not linear. The path is not linear. You know, it's not a straight line from point A to point B or something like that. Take it how it resonates. But in order for there to be growth and spontaneity, you have to change, or it's almost like changing your, they're showing me like a shifting energy, like switch your energy, change your energy, remove your energy, or tap into your energy. Some of y'all need to tap into your own energy and remove yourself from any other energies around you right now, because it feels like your energy is trying to like come out, or there's something that's trying to be born within you or come out of you, maybe a gift or something. But it's like whatever this is having a hard time coming to the surface. It's not able to break through whatever is around it. Like the shell seems to be too hard, you know. So maybe something needs more light or less light. I don't know what that is. Take it how it resonates. Let's get the messages. If your dreams don't scare you, then they are too small. Somebody's like trapped in this like small weight. This is like the box where you live, right? You're within the center of this, whatever this is. You can't create outside of this because you won't I guess, break free from whatever this is around you. Like you are just like trapped in this space where you can't create something. In order for you to expand or to grow, the space around you needs to be removed or something like that. You know? What's the message for the highest good? Believe in your own power to manifest. It says, breathe your creation into existence. Card number 19. I just got through watching this movie called The Tower or something like that with Idris. Oof, with Idris or whatever, and he was like the main character. He was the gunslinger in the movie, right? But he was trying to seek revenge on this death angel, I guess you can call him, that unalived his father. He had vengeance, but he had a bigger purpose. But his anger and everything consumed him to the point where all he cared about was seeking revenge on the man that unalived his father. He lost sight of his vision, his purpose. He gave up his gift, but there was a kid that was being hunted by this dark energy that the gunslinger was kind of like sent to protect or whatever. Had it not been for their interaction, this gunslinger would have just sought vengeance on the man that unalived his father, and, you know, end of story. But this is not the end of your story. Your story isn't over. Your life isn't over. There is a new beginning for you, it feels, but you have to create your new reality. It's almost like your new reality doesn't exist yet because you haven't created the new reality. You're like still in the phase of where you're trying to figure out what you want that to look like or what you want to create. But whatever it is that you want to create, you got to set your intentions on that thing. So you have to stay, I'm hearing grounded, and you also have to stay focused, right? If it wasn't for this little boy, his name was Chambers, Jake something. His name was Jake. He was a gifted psychic little boy, and this dark energy needed him to power the tower or to power this source. Let me just make it make sense. This is significant for some reason. The little boy Jake was a gifted child, right? The dark energy would take children from different realms and bring them into this realm where they try to steal the energy from the innocent child to open up a portal to let all these demons come in, right? And every child they take that they use was not able to break the thing around them to give these demons access to our reality, right? So the gunslinger is sent out to destroy this demonic energy. But when his father passed away, he stopped fighting the good fight, basically. But Jake gave him, inspired him to continue the fight. And he was able to continue his fight. And him and Jake became partners or whatever the case may be. But it's like you are being surrounded by an energy that does not want you to like break free from this negative energy, right? They want to keep you in this space where you can't co-create with spirit, where you can't manifest anything. It's almost like you're trapped in a bubble. But you have the power to break the spell. This is giving me like a wand energy. You have the power to break whatever this power is over you. Whatever this is doesn't really have power over you. It's the thought that you have in your mind that you're giving it power over you. So something doesn't really have power over you, but you're giving it power over you. So it's time to take back your power. Believe in your power to manifest is what it says. To breathe your creation into existence. Your new reality doesn't exist because you haven't created it yet. It's all in your mind. Like you need to write it down, put it on a vision board or whatever this is so you can see it every day. If it's in your head, you can get distracted by your own thoughts and you may forget about what you're trying to do, and you may get distracted by doing other things, and it kind of takes you off the path that you're on, you know, something like that. But I said that to say this. 19 was the code to one of the portals in the movie. The code was 1919. And if you entered that code, a portal would open and you would get access to the earthly dimension, or any dimension for that matter. So you have a piece of the code already. It's like the other part of the code, the DNA code that needs to be activated within yourself. So once you match this energy, you will have the power you need to manifest and create what you're trying to create, or something like that. We have you are the breath, so listen and connect to your intuition. And we also have trust what you need is there with love, and all can be accomplished. We have card 19, we have card 9, and we have card number 7. July 9th could be significant. August 7th could be significant. Somebody here could be a Virgo or I'm hearing Leo energy as well. Tower energy, Scorpio energy. I'm also getting death energy, Scorpio energy. This is like a rebirth or a transformation. You're having to integrate this new energy. You're having to integrate this energy. You are unlimited. What you can create is very unlimited. So something about your creative power or your gifts to create something here needs to be activated. Or you're being activated so you can create something here. You have to embrace the dark to shine your light on the earth. I saw this card in my mind's eye and I was trying to explain what I was getting with this card, embracing the dark side or embracing the dark. So maybe you have to learn how to integrate the light and the darkness within yourself, or accept that you have both light and dark energies. Everybody is not love and light energy. Let me slow down. You need to calm down. Somebody needs to calm down and breathe, because it's like you're anxious, or you're excited, or you're overly excited, or you are, I don't know, but you need to breathe and listen to your intuition. I don't know. And embrace the dark and let love be your guide. Okay. Let's look at some of this from the book to get some more details about what this is. I want to look at this Embrace the Dark card. It's card number 31. It's integration or something like that. You're being integrated, upgraded, or initiated, or some type of aided energy, or aided, or something. But your energy is being either renewed, or I don't know. This card says to shine your true light upon this earth. Deep inside you is darkness awaiting the light, parts that you have hidden for whatever reason to maneuver amongst this world and the people in it. Now is the time to seek these aspects, parts of you, and bring them to the light, to be whole again, and you will be amazed by what you can create in this world. So they're asking for you to integrate the parts of you that may have been overshadowed by someone else, or parts of you that you have hidden for whatever reason. I know that I'm a reader, and I know that I'm being encouraged to be more like live and stuff like that, and put myself out there. I don't like being on camera. I prefer not to be on camera, but it's like people need to see who you are, right? You can't keep hiding behind closed doors. You can't keep dimming your light to protect other people, or whatever this is. You know, you can't keep giving your power away, basically. So it's like it's time for you to come forward and speak up and tell your truth, tell your story. Show people how to use their power or their gift, or help people understand the darkness and the light energy. You're being asked to like lead or guide other people like combining your energy with other energies, or mixing your energy with other people. Something about mixing energies with other people, exchanging energy with other people, being more transactional or something like that. Or additional messages says that when you're working as a whole spirit guided physical delivery, all is best in the life that you live. So you have to embrace the dark and meld it in with the light and shine your true light upon the earth. And they're asking you to be blessed. I don't know what this is, but we're going to figure it out. I want to look at, you have unlimited power, card number 12. So Jake, the little boy in the movie, he knew that he had a gift or something, but I don't know, he didn't know how strong he was. Not only was he able to get visions in his dreams and see into like other dimensions or whatever, he also could like recall the memory of people. I'm trying to give an example. When the gunslinger took him to this psychic, this seer, to help him understand the gift that Jake had, she explained it in a way that said that Jake's gift was more than just psychic abilities that he had, like the gift to see things, but he also had the power to that's why the dark energy wanted him, because all the other kids had gifts too, but their gifts wasn't strong enough to do what he needed them to do. But Jake possessed the energy that he needed for him, that he needed for him to do what he needed, right? So something about Jake's gift was different than the other people. Something about you is very different from other people. Maybe you don't like attention or whatever the case may be. So to keep from being noticed by people, or get an unwanted attention by people, you hide yourself or you cover yourself up a lot. You don't wear makeup. You don't really do too much to make yourself look a certain way. You just naturally who you are, right? And that's fine. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Unlimited power says what you can create is unlimited, right? It says yes to everything. Whatever you choose to manifest, you have the unlimited power, and what you can create is very unlimited. So don't get bogged down by how. Just focus on the what and the where. Is also not to focus on this stage. So basically they're saying everything you want is within your power to have. You have the power to have, or to create whatever you want, right? You can create this or you can create that. So in this new reality, with the power that you have, what are you going to create with it? It's your stage, it's your time, it's whatever. It's whatever you want at this point, right? You have unlimited power to do whatever you want. How are you going to use this new gift, right? They say that it holds you back. Your mind is trying to find the details, and all the details, and it comes through as doubt. So something about you not knowing how to focus, or I guess rely on somebody or something like that. When you're not sure, it says to forget the little details and focus on the feeling. Love the images that come to you and send them your love. She is waiting for you to come. Wait, let me read this again. Yes to everything. Whatever you choose to manifest, you're unlimited, and what you can create is unlimited. Don't get bogged down by how. Just focus on what. The where is also not to focus on at this stage. So the how and the where is not the focus right now at this stage of your journey. It's not the how or the where, how or where it's going to happen, or you know what I'm saying? That's not what you need to be focused on. Right now, the focus is the here and the now moment. What can you focus on here and now? It's like you're focusing on something about how or where, and thinking like that is going to hold you back, and it's going to create doubt within yourself. So don't worry about the how or the where. Just trust the feeling that you get, and imagine the space you want to be, and send your energy towards that energy or towards that thing or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we got lost at that message. Let's come back to earth and let's get back grounded. I felt like I was way out there on the ledge somewhere, like trying to figure out what this is. But it's like you're not too far from where you want to be. Basically, at this stage of the journey, there's nothing you really can do but just kind of stay grounded and centered. Because when this new gift or this thing is activated within you, you're going to know that it's time for you to, saying get moving again. It's like right now you're being put in rest mode so you can integrate this new energy so that when you activate this energy, or when it's activated, you'll be able to control it, basically. Something like that. So I don't know. Okay, let's move on. Listen to your intuition. Is standing out to me as well. So I'm going to go ahead and read card number 9. It says, much is linked to the breath, and breathe in and breathe out. You are the breath in and out. So remember to breathe and breathe deeply as you can. And this will ground you and keep you grounded. Looking at others scatters your own objectives. Trust in yourself by listening to your own breath, your connection to your intuition. This allows focus on where you're trying to go. So again, where you are right now, you can't be distracted by outside influences or influencers. You need to be focused on yourself right now, whatever that means to you. Because when you get distracted by other people's shit or stuff, it takes you off your focus. It takes you off your path. It unaligns your path. It clouds your judgment. Something's clouding your judgment. Something or someone is clouding your judgment. The extended message says that believe in you and the world will too. Self-belief is crucial to your ascension, advancement, and being on this path. You are unique. Connect with your inner flame and build on it. Let it grow, and it will lead you to where you need to be. So go within often, daily, if you can, and talk to your inner flame, your inner self, and it will show you the way forward. Do it now. You are your own torchbearer. So you have to bear your own cross. You can't bear the burdens of other people. You can't do that shit no more. That's what's been weighing you down and holding you back. That's why you haven't accomplished your goals. You haven't manifested this new reality. You haven't been able to move forward because you're trying to hold on to too much stuff. And some of this stuff don't belong to you. Okay? Your power is unlimited. Your resources are very vast. You don't have limited resources. Every element belongs to you. You have the power to control every element there is. You are the alchemist. Okay, take it how it resonates. I don't know. Let's move forward. Trust what you need is there. Okay, and all can be accomplished. You have unlimited power. Believe in your power and you can manifest. Trust your intuition and connect to your higher self and go within. All right, make the connection with yourself. Make the connection to spirit. Allow spirit to guide you with their inner voice. Listen to your intuition and follow your heart. What makes you happy? If that doesn't make you happy, then it doesn't exist anymore. Remove it from your energy. Take a deep breath. Relax. Release. Let's move on. Let's get some messages from the index to see what comes out. Anything else for the collective highest good? I'm hearing Biggie Smalls. It was all a dream. And that's so crazy because I just made this card today because it came to me. And the card is Inception, which is about a dream state, a dream world where this man was able to come up with a way to intercept into someone's dreams to change their destiny. Inception means dreams that can be constructed or manipulated or shared by stealing information from your subconscious mind. This is someone who dream walks. And that's another gift that Jake in the movie had. He was a dream walker. He can see into other people's minds and read their thoughts. He wasn't just a psychic healer or a psychic seer, he had other abilities, and that's what this dark force energy wanted. His mind. He wanted to steal his mind. He needed his mind, his energy to fuel his machine to break the tower or to destroy the tower. So they're feeding off of your energy to destroy the tower, to allow these negative forces to come in. This is the kind of turns your dreams into nightmares. So if somebody's dream was turned into a nightmare because it was destroyed by an outside influence or influencers that created timelines that cause you to shift from your reality, like your original timeline, into a timeline where you did not belong. So here's what I'm trying to say. You were supposed to be on a different timeline, right? But because someone was in your energy, they disrupted your frequency, your energy shifted you into a timeline where you have been stuck for some time because you haven't been able to figure out how to free yourself from this chaos, this timeline of confusion, right? Someone interfered with your destiny by interfering with your cosmic orders or something and altered your reality and created a false reality where you thought everything was real and everything was just a dream or an illusion. It wasn't real. You're not in your reality. You're in someone else's dreams or someone else's visions or someone else is embodying your energy or something like that. Take it how it resonates. I don't know. I'm just the messenger. But the movie Inception is also significant. Also in the movie Inception, I remember the scene where the main character, Leonardo da Vinci, whatever the fuck his name is, that guy, his wife passed away. So he kind of created the dream that he created around his wife's passing away, I think it was. And he had her, he would go and visit her in his dreams in the space where he had her locked up at. And she wanted him to stay there with her, but he wasn't she was more like a ghost to him. She wasn't a real person. She wasn't a real person. She was a real person, but she wasn't at the time in the movie. She was like a ghost to him. But she wanted to capture him into that timeline with her, or keep him in that timeline with her that wasn't a real timeline anyway. It was a dream that he created where she existed. So she wanted him to stay in that reality with her. She didn't want him to jump timelines without her. So she created this, whatever the case is, but take it how it resonates. I'm starting to get the message now. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah, take it how it resonates. Let's get some more clarity for this message. My head hurt. So somebody tried to still switch, trap you in this, I guess, old cycle or old timeline, or keep you stuck in this old timeline. But you're going into a new timeline, collective. The spiritual journey is about finding out what you need to work on. This is like Earth School, basically, right? So the spiritual journey is about finding out what you need to work on while you're here on Earth School, right? This card says, two shall be in the field, and one will be taken, and one will be left. This is from the book of Matthew. It's a parable that he spoke about, one being taken and one being left. So in this situation, this is two people who were connected. Somebody here was able to escape whatever this entrapment was, and now they're free or in a different timeline or a different space, whereas the other person that is trying to create this timeline where you still exist is trying to draw you back into this old timeline where they still exist. because they don't exist in your new timeline anymore. They're trying to create a space in this old timeline, or create a timeline where y'all exist together, like trapped in the timeline. This is a transplant or uprooted situation. Somebody could be getting a transplant, or you're being uprooted and transplanted or something like that, removed. I don't know. But Inception is very significant. The movie itself, if you haven't already watched it, I want you to watch the movie Inception and see it with a clear mind. And there's a message in that movie for somebody. Take it how it resonates. I don't know. My head is hurting. I don't know what this is. So somebody here fumbled the bag. This could have been your partner that fumbled the bag, right? You are a walking trauma trigger. Take that how it resonates. False union, false conception. False conception. This was a false conception. Something about false conception. They made their choice. Gratitude is the attitude, Spirit is saying for someone here. Be grateful you were able to get out of the situation. The change you've been waiting for is coming, and this is some type of psychic fog. So there's a psychic fog energy. So this was a false conception, a false union that was made by someone's choice, who chose to disengage or disconnect from the original plan, let go of a fixed plan. Someone here got, I heard, mind fucked by someone here who created this illusion that, so in the movie Inception, the idea was to go back into time in someone's memory to steal their ideas so they can use their ideas to create their own timeline, basically, where they were rich and successful people, right? By doing that, they ultimately collapsed timelines where they could not get back from the timeline they chose. This person collapsed whatever timeline you guys were on together as partners. They collapsed the timeline because they chose a different timeline, right? Leaving you with no choice but to choose a new timeline where you may be foggy or unsure if you made the right choice, whatever, but they made their choice. They're stuck in an old timeline and you're being integrated into a new timeline, okay? Some people want to stay in 3D. Spirit is saying to let them. So whoever this is that fumbled the bag and made their choice to be a walking trauma trigger, or to be triggered by their own trauma, who conceptualized a false union with someone else, whatever, they wanted to stay in 3D. They didn't want to evolve and grow spiritually. They didn't want to come out of the matrix. They wanted to keep you bound to the matrix, but you've been set free from the matrix. You're no longer in the psychic fog, the illusion of this false conception that was created by this energy. You can now see past the illusions. They made their choice. They chose a false union with a false god or a false deity, or whatever the case may be. Some people want to stay stuck in the 3D, and when they decide to do that, you have to let them, right? There's a kingdom spouse coming in soon, all right? Someone is having ascension symptoms, headache, nausea, emotional or mental mood swings and anxiety, fatigue, very tired. Spiritual awakening is reason why you're going through those changes. That's the change you're going through. Somebody else here could be at the age where your body is starting to change from physically change and spiritually change is what I'm hearing. So physically your body is shifting and changing, and spiritually your body is shifting and changing, all right? So while you're shifting and changing energies or shifting into new timelines, your energy is going to feel off and weird, right? It's almost like you're in line to jump next in line, but while you're waiting for your turn to jump in line or jump ahead or whatever, you're in this place where everybody is waiting for their turn to jump timelines, right? So it's like you're around a non-believer energy, non-believer, no faith. Somebody here has no faith and they don't believe in God like you do. Maybe your beliefs are different. Maybe your person believed in something that you didn't believe in, or vice versa. Maybe you believe in this and they don't. So if this was your, I'm saying, counterpart, partner, they didn't believe in the spiritual path, the spiritual journey. They didn't believe in spiritual warfare or spiritual awakenings. They thought that was all an illusion. But a part of the process, like I said, this is Earth School, so we come here to learn what we need to work on ourselves. And once we learn what that is and we work on ourselves, we move on to the next phase of the journey. Well, you've done the work on yourself, and now you're moving away from Earth School into a new school, let's just say. And once you get here, you're going to meet new people, okay? But this non-believer who made their choice to stay stuck in a 3D, who chose a false union, is now in a psychic fog of confusion because they don't understand why they're not receiving whatever they were promised to receive. Somebody who doesn't believe in faith or believe in God or believe in destiny or believe in anything really, but they believe in something because they chose something here over whatever this was. They believed in that. So I don't know. Take it out, resonates. I'm about to come out of this energy. I don't like it. Warlocks are weak and they're on the hunt for new victims. Don't you be one of them. So like I said in the movie I just watched, The Tower, whatever it's called, Dark Tower or something like that, with Idris Elba, however you say his name, that fine, oof. Anyway, that other guy, Matthew McConaughey is his name, I think it is the other character. He wanted the child for his mind. The child had psychic gifts that he could use to break the tower and to let this demonic spirits come in, right? Some people get trapped in the darkness. Some people don't make it through. Even when you are in your spiritual awakening part of your journey, you will still have demonic entities that will try to connect to you energetically. It's because you're going through this darkness and you're this big ass bright light walking through the valley of the shadow of darkness. You can't help but to be seen. And so when people see your light, they want to steal that from you, right? By creating false illusions and shit like that to make you believe that everything they say is true. But these warlocks are weak and they're on the hunt for new blood. Spirit is saying, don't be one of them. This card says that boys will be boys. I'm not going to take all of these. And the only way to break the curse is to unalive the witch who did it. Okay. Somebody here has the gift of tongues, a spiritual warrior. Light languages are being activated. So that's another thing. All of us have light languages. We all have our own light language. It's not going to be like everyone else's. So you may speak a light language that I don't speak and vice versa. I do have a light language that I do speak that I don't like to speak in public, which is why I don't like being on camera, because it's easily triggered sometimes when I'm reading certain things. And I'm comfortable with the language that I speak, but I don't like speaking it out loud around other people. I don't know why, but that's my own thing. But yeah, your light language is being activated. This is not the gift of tongues, the way the Christians believe in the churches where you speak in other tongues. This is a totally different language that holds more power than speaking in tongues ever will, right? Take it how it resonates. So somebody could have recently gotten baptized at church recently, or they're going to be getting baptized in the near future. This baptism is not a deliverance. This is not going to remove whatever this is that's attached to you, because the baptism is not going to be enough to remove this energy. It's going to require another form of spiritual work to remove the energy that's on this person. So I'm not going to keep trying to get more information about this. I feel like I understand the message. A curse was put on this connection between you and this other person by a witch, right? someone in their family, your family, whatever, who didn't want you two to come into union. So to create a separation, there was a third party that was created to lure this person away from you, or introduce into the situation to lure this person away from you. Your person, being weak and immature spiritually, was easily tempted away by this demonic spirit. Now they're stuck in the old world, and you're ascending into a new world where they won't exist. So to keep you from ascending into this new reality, they are trying to get you to come back in, to rescue them from this place where they are trapped in this false union by this witch, this warlock, right? They didn't believe before in magic, witches, warlocks, demons, what have you, but trust me, they believe it now. They had no faith in God at first, but trust me, they're calling on God now to send somebody to come and save them, right? Shatters illusions. This card says spiritual disruptor. So someone's is a spiritual disruptor, which means your frequencies, your vibrational frequency, because of how high it is, when you walk into a space where there's a lot of dark energy, you disrupt them. You make them demons tremble. They run from you and they hide from you because they don't want you to expose them, right? But you don't have to expose them. They're going to expose themselves very soon. And you're going to finally see who this perpetrator really is. I also watched before that The Last Witch Hunter. You know, in that movie, he couldn't die because the witch cursed him. And the only way to break the curse that the witch put on his doga, or whatever we called him, the priest that was protecting him, was to kill the witch that put the curse on him. So he had to go back into the underworld in his dreams where he died to see what he didn't see when he died, to know what he needed to do. And what he had to do was go back to where he died, go into his memory where he passed away to see how it ended. And that's where he saw that the heart of the witch was still alive. And it was being kept secret from everyone. And it was being held in a church where they were using it to bring this witch back to life. The witch hunter had to find the heart, destroy the heart, and also himself, because he was connected to the heart because he was cursed by the witch. But nonetheless, I digress. You are a spiritual disruptor, right? So you shatter people's illusions. Again, you are a walking trauma trigger. So when you come into people's lives, you're not meant to stay. You're meant to tear some shit up, because these people are too comfortable being messy, being whatever this is. And it's your job to shift their perspective, their energy, to show them a better way, to raise their vibrational, to take them through the dark night of the soul, or whatever this is, so they can start their own spiritual journey. If this was your partner, you were supposed to trigger this person into their awakening, and likewise them you. But unlike you, they ran from it and you embraced it. You embraced it. And you learn how to transmute the energy and integrate your darkness and your light energy. I want to say your twin was afraid of the dark and couldn't embrace themselves, and they ran from this, and they keep running from this. But you cannot run from your shadow. You cannot run from your shadow work. Your shadow is your fucking shadow. You ever stepped outside and seen your shadow and tried to run from it and that shit be gone? No, it don't disappear. It may go away, but it's always there. So your twin or someone here won't embrace the darkness and do the shadow work to shatter the illusion that's been put on them by this third party energy. They made a choice to stay stuck in that energy instead of releasing themselves from the energy and getting out of that spell. And look at that. Memory, spell to remember. Forgive whoever hurt you because they are unhealed. Unhealed trauma for you, collective, will block your blessings. So if you have unhealed trauma or if this person is the one that hurt you, forgive them and release this energy, because that is blocking your blessings. This energy is blocking your blessings. So maybe you have to do some more shadow work. I don't know. But you got to forgive whoever hurt you, because they were unhealed. And the trauma they caused will block your blessings from coming in. This was a false union. It wasn't your real twin. And if it was, they were not able to break the cycle. Okay? In order for the witch hunter to go back to where he passed away, he had to find a dream walker to cast a spell on him, to take him back in time where he passed away, so that he can retrieve the memory that he lost. Her name was Chloe. Chloe didn't know that she was a dream walker, but she knew she had magical powers. She didn't know how to use her gifts. It took for him to awaken her spiritual gifts as a dream walker by taking her down the path of her ancestors, that he showed how they were also dream walkers. So he activated her gifts by shedding light on who she really was. You, collective, have activated this person's gift by shedding light on who they are. Take it how it resonates. I was looking for the card that said Dreamwalker, but I know it's here somewhere. I just don't know where it is, but Dreamwalker is here. So he had to find a Dreamwalker to take him back into his memory, where he can recall the memory where he passed, so he can retrieve the memory that he lost. That's significant. And like I said, he needed to know what this memory was so he can break the curse that this witch put on him. And in order to do that, he had to unalive the wicked witch that cursed him. So I'm not telling nobody go out there and do nothing, because I'm not, okay? But he had to do that in order to break the curse that was put on him and the other person that was protecting him, right? So faith without works is dead. You can't have faith and not do the fucking work. The work requires you to have faith, okay? Whoever this is that fumbled the bag realized it now. Maybe this is the change they needed to go through in order for them to awaken to who they really are. Maybe you needed to leave this person's life or these people's behind for them to wake up to who they really are. But again, everybody won't wake up. Everybody won't receive this gift. Everybody don't want to leave planet Earth, let's just say. Some people want to stay stuck here, right? There's nothing you can do about that. But free yourself and let them stay where they want to be stuck at, basically. I'm going to put some of these up and leave some of these out and clarify some of these with some tarot. And then I'm going to wrap it up. So I'm going to keep out you are a trigger walking trigger. I'm going to keep out the false union card. I'm going to keep out some people want to be stuck in the third 3D dimension. I'm going to keep out gratitude is the attitude. And I'm going to look at these warlocks and these witches and your kingdom spouse and you being a spiritual disruptor. Okay? Take it how it resonates. So let's get the energy around you being a walking trauma trigger. Okay? We're going to look at this card first. Clarify, you are a walking trauma trigger. Clarify, you are a walking trauma trigger. You are a walking trauma trigger. Clarify. Ooh, the Emperor in reverse. You triggered a masculine in reverse. You triggered this person. So you triggered somebody into a spiritual awakening, and this could have been your distorted masculine. So you were this person's walking trigger. They needed to be triggered by you in order for them to finally go in and do the work. It's almost like they needed you to, or no, that's not what I'm getting. Let me go back. They needed this person to trigger you, my love, into your spiritual awakening. Remember the card said false union. Let me find it. False union, okay? This was not a divine counterpart. This was a false, this was a counterfeit. This is a false person. This is not a divine masculine. They would be a divine masculine if they do the shadow work, but until they do the shadow work, they're not considered a divine masculine. They won't receive their abundance. They won't receive this opportunity. They won't receive this new beginning with you. They won't be able to come back in with this offer. They won't be able to do any of that shit as long as they're in a false union. And some of you, your person's in a false union with somebody else, and that's what they chose. All right, so that's that. What's the spiritual disruptor energy? Spiritual disruptor. I heard you come in and shake shit up. What's the spiritual disruptor energy? I bet the tower here somewhere. I know the tower here somewhere. Whenever my cards spread like this, it'd be a tower some damn where. And there it is. Tower. So again, collective, you are a walking trigger for people who have unhealed trauma. The reason you are sent to certain people, or certain people come to you, so that you can trigger them to heal their unhealed trauma. Your counterpart would have been a great counterpart had they been able to see past the illusions that they created for themselves and walk away from this third party. They would have been a good match for you. But unfortunately for you, this person wasn't able to free themselves from whatever this was, and now they're trapped in this old cycle with this third party, and now they're under judgment. They're being removed from your energy as a blockage, as a distraction, as a potential partner, because they don't qualify anymore. It's almost like they don't have what it takes to be able to match your energy. No matter what they try to do, they will never be able to match your energy. You have this power that you don't even know you have. Your twin is somewhere lost in another world, trapped behind closed doors, stuck in a karmic cycle with a third party energy they need to walk away from to have a new beginning. They're being investigated by somebody here, a spiritual investigator here. They're being watched or investigated, or this was being recorded for someone here. Somebody here is being watched, monitored, and recorded. Ace of Cups. That's the whole deck. Divine Feminine. This is all about you finding true love. This is all about your strength, your power, your inner wisdom, your gift, your discernment, you being able to tap into your own power, you calling back your power, you no longer giving a fuck about helping other people when it comes to certain things, you being able to discern when it is right for you to do X, Y, or Z. It's almost like now that you have this new gift, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? How are you going to use it? Spirit is saying detox your mind and your heart and clear your space. Healing from trauma. Look, trying to reopen old wounds. Also, it's time to reopen some old wounds. This person's trying to come in and reopen old wounds. They're trying to fix the problem. They want to try to fix the problem. Somebody who wants to try to reopen something or revisit something that happened in the past between you and them. I don't know what happened, right? Let's just make it simple. Somebody who wants to revisit something that happened in the past between you and them. This could be a lover. This could be a friend. This could be anyone. They betrayed you in the past. Ten of Swords already came out. They want to go back where this happened, or go back to where this began and talk about what happened, to try to make you feel like whatever happened back then wasn't really what happened, meaning confuse you. You know what happened because you were there. You know how you felt because it happened to you. No matter what they try to tell you that make you think that it didn't happen, you know what happened to you. So they don't want you to remember what they did in the past. They want you to forget about all that shit and think about what y'all can do now. What? Right now, y'all can't do nothing together because y'all are not aligned to this person anymore. This person's not on your path anymore. So secret society, undercover coven, play with your mama, don't play with me. Someone is being spiritually haunted by demons. Take it how it resonates. You're being gifted something new and a stiff neck energy. Listen, collective, I'm not finna keep feeding into this negative energy. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end it with this, right? God is protecting you from your enemies, okay? It's more than just one particular person around you that's trying to come back in, okay? For some of you, it's multiple people, okay? These people have been remove from your energy to give you space to grow, to give you a chance to, I guess, start over, right? So God is giving you a clean slate so you can start over again. The wand is in your hand, okay? Now that you have this wand in your hand, are you going to invite these people back in that destroyed you in the past or betrayed you before? Okay, whoever it was, because you can do whatever you want. Or are you going to follow your intuition and do what God is calling you to do, which is keep moving forward, keep moving ahead, keep going in the right direction, forgive whoever hurt you, let them stay stuck in the past if they want to be stuck in the past. If they feel like you owe them something, I'm hearing pay them what you owe and wipe the slate clean. And this may not even be you owing them anything financial, but this is somebody trying to make it seem like if it had not been for them, you wouldn't be where you are. And that's just not the case. You got here because of all of your hard work. You had faith that you would get through this, and you made it through this. So don't let nobody try to convince you that if it wasn't for them, then you wouldn't be where you are right now, because that's just not true. Don't fall for that bullshit. I don't know. I'm about to wrap this up, though. Anything else? I done said a whole lot of nothing again. It's time to reinvent yourself. A new timeline is available to you. Take the risk, Divine Feminine. All right? I don't want to play with you no more in reverse. This person still want to play with you some more, I guess, but it's not. Listen, this ain't what they want. Whatever they thought they could do before in the past to you and get away with it, they won't be able to do that shit no more. Not this time. Your ancestors said that's a wrap. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. Okay? Spirit is saying, follow your intuition and follow your heart. But what you're not going to do with them is play in their face, collective. You're not going to play in your spirit guides and ancestors' face. You're not going to act like you don't understand what this is. You are not to assist this divine masculine with this part of the process. It is necessary for their spiritual growth to endure this part of the process on their own. Okay? They are being integrated into the 5D. So whether you want to accept it or not, some of these people are not going to make it, and some of them don't want to make it. But for those that want to make it, they will make it through this. But for those that don't want to make it, it is not your job to go back and try to save somebody who don't want to fucking be saved. We are not rescuing nobody else from nothing else that doesn't concern you. You know what I mean? You're being integrated into the 5D collective. You don't have time for this low vibrational shit. All it's going to do is suck you back into that old timeline where you just came from, where you don't want to be. All right? I know things may feel off, may feel weird, may even feel different, but you are ascending and you are evolving spiritually. Okay? You are fully tapped into all of your spiritual gifts. You have unlocked every version of who you are. So you have unlimited power and resources. Okay? But do not assist Your divine masculine, with this part of the process, it is necessary for their spiritual growth. This is their spiritual awakening, not yours. You've already reached your destination. Now you're just waiting for your kingdom spouse to come in. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Let's get you some closing affirmations and wrap this up. Let's get some closing affirmations and wrap this up for the collective. I did not make this to be an hour long. Y'all talk too much. I feel joyful and loving and abundant today in reverse. I don't like that energy. Fix it. Fix it now. This is not where we're trying to be right now, collective. We ain't got time to be doubting ourselves or going against the grain or creating unnecessary problems for ourselves. We need to be grounding our energy and staying grateful. Gratitude is the attitude. Gratitude is the attitude. Every fucking day you wake up, show gratitude. Be grateful that you're still here. Take it how it resonates. But we're not going to be waking up with no attitude because we mad at somebody else. We're not doing that. Okay? That's negative energy. You don't need that energy around you. If somebody around you wake up with a bad attitude, remove your energy and find somewhere you can go and be happy. Okay? Remember, you are amazing. Take it how it resonates. You are confident. I am confident and self-assured and full of charisma. All right? Be so rooted in your being that nobody's absence or present can disturb your inner peace. All right? I just heard the word beggars. These are like beggars, monitoring spirits, begging for your assistance, begging for your help, begging for you to do this or do that. You can't serve. You can't. Nah. It's a no for them. We're not doing that no more. We're not finna be out here trying to save every damn body. Because we got other work to do. You know what I mean? We got more stuff to do here. We're still working here. We're still on the clock. Our job is not done yet. So we can't wasting time on people who don't want to work on themselves. I embrace change into my life since I know it will open up new opportunities. So it's time to embrace changes in your life, collective, so you can unlock new opportunities. Take it how it resonates. I was looking for the Ace of Pentacles, but it's here somewhere. But yeah, take it how it resonates. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. If this person or you want to come out of this space where you are currently in, you have the power to control your energy. Where your mind flows, your energy goes. If your mind is going the wrong way, everything else is going to go with you. Like, you don't want to follow somebody else down the wrong path. You want to follow your own damn path or create a new one if you have to. But happiness begins with you alone. You have the power to create your own happiness. All right? Your mind controls your emotions and your emotions control your mind. Whatever you think, so shall you be. If you think you don't have enough, you don't have enough. If you think you lack something, you lack something. If you think you need more time, you need more time. If you know you're ready, then you're ready. If you know you got it, you already have it. If you know it's yours, it ain't going nowhere. You got to start speaking positive affirmations over yourself, and you got to stop letting other people speak negative things into your life. Okay? Protect your energy. And there's the Ace of Pentacles. I am in control of my thoughts, and I choose to only allow positive thoughts to come in. All right? Just one positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Ashe, confirmation. Waking up in the morning saying, I thank you for this day that you have made, and I will be glad and rejoice in it, is all you need to say to start off your day on the right foot. And as soon as you say that, watch how many people come your way with bad energy, trying to bring you down to their level, trying to get you out of your zen, your high vibrational energy, so they can feed off of your emotions. Don't let them do that to you. That's where we are right now. My ability to conquer and challenge is unlimited. My ability to conquer my challenges are unlimited, all right? And happiness is the highest form of health and wealth, all right? Truly being happy with who you are with yourself is the most richest, abundant resource you can have. It doesn't even cost a thing, but it's the most valuable resource you can have. It's self-love, okay? If you lack self-love, then you lack everything else. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anything else. Nothing else outside of that is more important than loving yourself, all right? I am eternally grateful for the love I am capable of giving and for the love that I have yet to receive. So embrace the new you You know, if your person is your person and they are in a situation where they are feeling like they are stuck or bound to a devil like energy, then they have to be the one willing to sacrifice what needs to be sacrificed, or make the sacrifices needed they need to make to be able to free themselves from the situation. You can't save them. Okay? You can't save them. Shit, you barely saving yourself right now. You still trying to you trying to get to the promised land, and you trying to bring everybody with you. Everybody can't go, sweetheart. And I know it sucks, but there's no need to worry. Everything gonna be all right. Forgiveness is necessary here. All right. The answer is no. And for some of you, the answer is yes with conditions. Yes with conditions mean it's not yet decided, but it is a possible outcome that yes, you will receive whatever this is you're waiting for, but it's also undecided because it still hasn't been decided. The decision is based on, or receiving this is based on a decision that needs to be made either by you or them. You've made your decision to move into calmer waters, and now they have to do the same. They got to forgive themselves and others who hurt them as well. So the same process that you had to go through to get where you are is the same process they got to go through to get where you are. If they don't go through the same process that you went through, they can't get where you are. Okay? But there is a peaceful resolution for somebody here, so take it how it resonates, okay? Meditation brings answers. Recovery is also here. Take time and take care of yourself. Have boundaries. This is not for everyone, of course, but some of you are going to reconnect with somebody from your past that needs or wants your forgiveness. All that you desire is achievable. Everything that you desire is achievable, but it's up to you if you want to it's up to you to decide what you want to do. Do you want to be assertive and receive this new opportunity, choosing direction and abundance? So it's like somebody here got to choose a new path. The path you're on is not going to lead to abundance. It's not going to lead you where you're trying to go. If this is not you, then it's them. It's like somebody here is not going the right way. They're going about things the wrong way. They're going down the wrong path. They need to change directions right now because somebody's about to walk into a trap, or somebody's about to fall into a trap, and this trap may not be easy for you to get out of, so it's almost like, damn, how much more can you take, right? Somebody can't take no more of this. Somebody is at their last, somebody here is like hanging on by a thread, I guess is what they want me to say. Barely hanging on here. About to lose it all, about to lose everything because they won't change directions, they won't forgive, they won't let it go, they won't move on, they won't stop worrying. They're about to lose everything. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. I'm really trying to wrap this up. Why am I pulling more? Hangman in reverse. Somebody's hanging on by a thread or barely hanging on. Pisces could be significant. It's almost like this is going to be a missed opportunity if somebody doesn't take, if somebody here doesn't, I got the King of Swords and the High Priestess in reverse. That's the counterpart to the Queen of Swords. It already came out. So this masculine is hanging on by a thread, or they're almost at the end of the situation, or they're coming out of it or something like that, or they're finally coming out of it, trusting their intuition. Yeah, so for somebody here, this is the end of a tough cycle. Maybe this was the cycle your person was stuck in for a while, or you, but this is the end of somebody being stuck in a cycle with a third party energy. Somebody's finally following their intuition and they're leaving this behind. And this person here is like, you're very close to achieving your goals. So somebody here is just very close to achieving their goals here. And I don't just feel like it's just you. I feel like this person's also very close to reaching their full potential. They're at the end of a tough cycle here. This is their golden opportunity. Luck is on your side. Luck is on your side. Luck is not on your side. This is like a lucky break for somebody. A lucky break. Or they're looking for a lucky break or a way out. Somebody here is looking for a way out. They're almost at the end of a tough cycle and they're working through their fears. So this is somebody who needs to work through their fears. New moon in Scorpio. A new start is coming and nothing is yet set in stone. This is what I was trying to explain earlier. The reason why something is not over yet, because something's not yet set in stone, because there's an opportunity for someone here to free themselves from the situation. They still have like hope for this person to free themselves from this third party. It's almost giving, well, we don't know what's going to happen yet, so we need to wait just a little bit longer to see if this person does this or does that and choose a new direction. They may not go back this time. So it's like, okay, this is where you're going to receive your abundance, right? But this is something you have to do first to get here. You got to forgive yourself and the person that hurt you to receive abundance, right? To make room for your abundance. No need to worry about what's going to happen over here with the situation. Don't worry about that. That's none of your concern. Worry about yourself right now and focus on where you're going. So that's your story. This person, the King of Swords, has a strong intuition as well, but they haven't been using it lately because in the past they didn't listen to it. But now they're starting to follow intuition and they're starting to understand what's going on between them and a third party. They're starting to finally see the truth here. So for them, there's still hope. For them, there's a chance they may still make it through this. So all is not lost, basically. There may still be some type of new start coming in for somebody here, all right? Take it how it resonates. Anything else? Because what? A time for healing. So what's required for this masculine right now is healing. Them going within and them healing in themselves and working on themselves. So if they've already walked away from a third party, the next phase of this journey for them is going to be healing from whatever this is they've been going through. Again, we're in Earth school and this person's finally at the level where they can receive this information and understand what's next for them to do. But you can't help them through this part of the process, is what I'm also getting. This is where they have to do this on their own. You know what I mean? So you got to be patient with the process. They got to go through the process. You got to wait for them to complete this part of the process if you want a peaceful resolution in the end, right? They have to go through this part of the process to heal first. So no, this is not over, but it's not ready for, it's not right yet for you and this person to come into union. They're not ready yet for union, you know what I mean? But there will be some type of success here, or a celebration, or some type of, oh, wow, hold on. This kind of giving me trickster spirit. Don't waste your time on them. I miss your loving heart. Trying to renew or recover from this on the low. They regret not reaching out to you. Cold feet. So the reason why this person rejected you in the past is because this person hadn't fully awakened to themselves, or maybe even you, right? So no, right now, you and this person come into union. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen until this person's completely healed. And when they completely heal their broken heart or their childhood trauma or their own personal issues, then maybe y'all can come into union when the time is right. But right now, this summer, it ain't going to happen. Maybe next year around this time, it may happen. But right now, you got to be careful with this person because you may be sleeping with somebody who's sleeping with the enemy. So they could still be messing around with this third party in some type of way. It may not be a romantic partnership. It may be a sexual relationship they have with this person. And they still could be messing around with this person right now. So for some of you, the answer is no, because this person could still be actively still involved with this third party. It may not be a full-on relationship, but there's something still actively going on between them and the third party. But yeah, this is the last round. The winner takes all, and many are called, but few are chosen. New relationships are being sent into your life, and your wishes are being granted. The color blue is going to be significant, so is the color green. Trauma will block your information and downloads from coming in. So trauma blocks information, downloads that are needed to remind you of who you are. Why do you think I don't care about you? I have to do another reading because I can't keep dragging this out, because this is a continuation of this is a long ass storyline, right? The answer is no regarding your person, because your person hasn't healed yet, right? They need more time to do that. It's also no regarding you and this person being together right now, because they need to be alone and by themselves, okay? You can't focus on them right now. You need to focus on yourself, okay? You have other shit going on. Something for you is coming in. It's going to make you forget about this anyway very soon. So while you're out here manifesting and building a new life for yourself and enjoying yourself and having fun and making your dreams come true, this person's going through a dark night of the soul, a very long journey of healing that needs to be done to make this person remember who they are. They have blocked out their emotions. They have forgotten who they are. They've been traumatized so much that there's a lot of trauma that has to be removed from this person energetically so they can get clear first to receive messages. So right now, psychic fog. It's almost like somebody is in the hospital and they need a lot of work to recover from a bad wreck, right? This person is that person. They've been in a traumatic bond or some type of connection where they were bonded through trauma to someone, and they've been using that to feed off of their energy. And this person has to go through a series of different events to clear that space that they need to clear to unblock their heart chakra. So they're being worked on, like in medical critical condition kind of thing. They're being worked on. They miss your loving heart because you helped heal this person when you were around them. But no, you can't do that for them now. They need to. Spirit is saying someone is trying to get back in. Be careful. Handing over their abundant timeline for temporary filling. So this person traded in their abundant timeline with you for a temporary fix or filling with someone else. They got misinformation. They were misinformed by someone who told them misinformation. They were hijacked by a demonic spirit. I don't know. True love doesn't hurt. Remember that. Even if it hurts, you gotta let them go. So basically, collective, it's a no. Shit, it's a fucking no. I don't know who this person is to you, but it's a fucking no. They haven't healed yet. They got a lot of work to do. And you don't have time to wait for no one. Time waits for nobody. That came from, what was that? Kid and Plays movie? House Party? Or whatever the fuck it was. Time waits for nobody. You ain't got time to wait for nobody. You can't wait for this person to get better, basically. That's going to block your path, slow you down, and make life harder for you. So no, you can't wait for them. So it's like, okay, Divine Feminine is like, well, can I just sit here and wait for them? If they're in the ICU and they're having surgery and they're almost done, can I just wait in the waiting room for them? They're like, no, you can't do that. You can't sit here and keep waiting for this person. You got to keep moving forward. So no, you can't wait for them. They need time they got to go through surgery. They got to recover. They got to go back again and recover. This is a back and forth energy. They need a lot of work to be healed. There's a lot that needs to be done to heal this person. You've already healed completely, so you don't have, you know what I mean? So don't be mad with the spirit guides and the ancestors and your spirit team that's telling you to move forward. They're not trying to make you, they don't want you to, lose out on something better, you know. And I know you want what's best for this person and you want them to get better, but this person did a lot of bad things. They did a lot of things. They may never recover from whatever this is, but you can't wait for them to get better. You can't. You have to keep moving forward. You have to. Your power, your gifts, your abilities to make people better is needed in the world. But again, you can't make everybody a better. You can't do that with everybody. And this person is one of them people you can't do that with. The kind of help they need, you don't have. Like, I know you got unlimited power and you got all this, stuff, but I don't know. I'm about to end this reading because it should give me a headache. I don't know. This person plays too many games. It's almost like they're under some kind of mind control or some type of stronghold or some type of they're being guarded. You're being guarded. You're being guarded. This is almost like an unsafe. It's just not safe for somebody to be somewhere. Like, I don't know. I did not touch that bell. It rang on its own. I don't know. I'm going to have to do a separate reading because I don't want to make this too much longer. A fucking 2-hour reading talking about what I don't know. But this is a spiritual awakening for somebody here. They got to go through this process alone, Divine Feminine. This is not for you to get involved in. And if somebody is trying to do something to stop you from moving forward, you ain't got to worry about that either because that's going to be taken care of as well. So your path is being cleared from any blockages, any outside influences or influences that's trying to block your path. They can't block your path anymore. So somebody is being spiritually investigated for interfering with a divine union as well, or trying to create some type of false illusion for someone to fall victim to some type of like spell work or something. Somebody is a victim of spell work or magic spells that was used to harness their energy. Somebody was using spell work or magic to harness your energy, and the spell is being broken. The spell is being broken is all I can tell you, because somebody was using your energy to create or manifest with, and the spell is being broken so you can manifest and create with your own energy now, moving forward, okay? I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Love and light and peace.